Hello, my name is Andrew Thake from Minds and Money. Delighted to be joined today by Wayne Heili, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Peninsula Energy. Delighted to have you with us today, Wayne.
It's great to be joining you today, Andrew.
Opening question, why should investors be considering uranium again?
Well, today's environment for the uranium is particularly compelling. We have growing demand pictures with the world embracing nuclear energy, and uranium being the fuel for all nuclear power plants. Around the world, we see life extensions of nuclear power plants that we never imagined a year or two ago. And we see countries embracing nuclear as a pathway to a clean energy future. So just at the very beginning, we see a rising demand picture for uranium as the fuel for nuclear energy. And then on top of that, we have a very structural deficit in uranium production. Uranium prices have been down for the last decade. It was only a year ago or thereabouts that the price of uranium started to strengthen, and it moved from a pricing structure around $30 per pound up to about $50 a pound. But producers around the world have been saying it's going to take more than that. It's going to take $60 or $70 a pound for us to return our mines to production. So with a very prolonged low price environment, there's been reductions in uranium production and curtailment. So there's a structural deficit year in, year out. The uranium producers, quite frankly, around the globe are not ready to meet the rising demand. And that's where Peninsula comes in.
So I understand the business case for uranium. Slightly playing devil's advocate here, there's a lot of uranium mining companies out there. What makes Peninsula Energy stand out from the crowd?
We're not an exploration project or a development company. We actually have a producing facility. We have a facility that's produced in the past, and we have a very large uranium resource at the Lance facilities in the state of Wyoming. Today, Peninsula Energy has undertaken the decision to return the project to production, and the first quarter of calendar year 2023 is the time frame that we're doing it. So as we speak, the staff at the Lance facilities in Wyoming is preparing the project for resuming production. We actually have production flow and preconditioning flow circulating in the well fields. And we've projected that by the end of this quarter, the first quarter of calendar year 2023, we'll be reporting some of our first commercial production results. So, the project is very active and alive. We're returning the project to production in a time when the uranium markets are hungry for uranium. Today it's a very exciting time for Peninsula.
So you've got a great project in a great jurisdiction. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your management background and the experience of your management team?
Thanks for the question, Andrew. Well, just for myself, I'm a career uranium producer. I grew up in the uranium mining industry. Started well over 30, almost 35 years ago in the late 1980s. Was my first job in uranium. I have an engineering degree, and my career has developed, in the pathway of site management and metallurgical engineering work up to executive management roles like I presently hold. The uranium production team at Lance is second to none because of the long career that I've had, and because of the opportunity that Lance presented, we've been able to attract some top talent into the project. Now, the project was started operations in 2015 and idled in 2019. From 2019 to today, we prioritized our people like nobody else does. We made sure that our top talent stayed with us. So today, as we resume production, I have a time-tested and very talented team working for me, getting the project ready and going. With my background in uranium production, with their background in uranium production and operations, we're geared to go, and we're going.
And who are your key shareholders?
So we have, Australian institutions and U.S. institutions who are investing heavily into Peninsula. We've always had a very large Australian retail shareholder base. Our shares are traded on the Australian Stock Exchange, the symbol PEN. We also trade shares on the OTC markets, in the QB market in the United States. So US and North American investors have access to trading Peninsula shares during their daylight hours, during their working hours as well. The move to up the profile of the OTC trading has significantly enhanced shareholder ownership and volumes in the US and Canada.
And you're coming to Minds of Money Miami show to reach out to new North American-based institutionals and retail investors?
Yes, absolutely. Although Peninsula is an Australian company, I think you can tell from my accent that I am located in the United States. I'm a U.S. Uranium producer, and I'm based out of the state of Wyoming. Our flagship property is here in the United States. And we recognize as a company that a move to a major North American market is in the offing. It's something that we should do. We have a lot of North American focus with a lot of Australian support and shareholder base, but this year and throughout in the near future, our focus is upping our North American shareholder base and making it easy for North Americans to trade, which may mean a listing on a North American exchange in the near future.
And we will have a number of North American investors listening to this recording when it goes out, some institutional and some retail. Sometimes when I speak to North American retail investors, they sometimes have a views about the uranium, about it not being green or not being safe. What would you say to those concerns?
I think that well, first of all, Peninsula Energy is putting a lot of effort into ESG, environmental, social, and governance. We have customers throughout North America and Europe that care greatly about our ESG profile. So, as a mining company, the environmental protections, social governance, and social justice issues are very important to us. And I think you'll find that throughout the uranium mining industry. We're no strangers to environmental protections, particularly in North America. And if you were really, concerned about environmental protections and the like, then you would be interested in North American mining companies where the environmental standards are really second to none. And so companies that operate in North America, mining and recovering, extracting minerals, have a very high consciousness to the environment and the protection of it.
Well, Wayne, thank you very much for your time today. We look forward to seeing you in Miami in a few weeks' time. That was Wayne Heili, Chief Executive Officer of Peninsula Energy. Thank you for your time, Wayne.
Thank you, Andrew.